Hey guys, it's me, Jello Pineda, your middle class sneakerhead, and welcome back to another episode of the vlog. So in today's video, we do have a new sneaker pickup. This one will be an unboxing of I think my favorite Nike sneaker by far, or my new favorite Nike sneaker. I picked this up secondhand, so this was used. Fortunately, it was in my size, but it was a little snug. So we'll get into the details later. But I have been looking for this sneaker for the past 3 months, 3 to 4 months, I guess. And I'm very excited to unbox it. So, with all that being said, stay tuned! Thank you so much for checking on this video today, guys, and I do hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and kung matagal ka na rito, tol, thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate you. So I picked up a pair recently. This is one of those sneakers that I really tried to look for in the past couple of months, simply because the way Fear of God portrays its fashion, the way it sells its name to the market, especially if you check on their collection, the 6th collection, and so on and so forth. But for this sneaker right here, I actually saw this a couple of times already. Boss already has completed all the Fear of God collection collaboration with Nike. So this one was, I guess, something that just passed my radar. I didn't really liked it actually when I first saw it. So this one actually released in December 27 of 2018 for a retail price of $150, or in Philippines that's 7,000 plus pesos. Of course, you know, the demand wasn't that high for this sneaker right here, but when I appreciate what Jerry Lorenzo was portraying in all of his fashion, all of the clothes that he was releasing, I know that I had to get this pair right here. So I'm very excited and I want to unbox it with you guys. So with that being said, this one is a Nike Air Skylon 2 Fear of God, and I got a size 10.5 right there. By the way, the official colorway is white, black, light bone sail. And if you pop the guy open, by the way, the box is the usual or the typical FOG box that you get, like the collab box, and it does have the Fear of God branding very slight over here. You don't really see it due to the light, but it is there. Pop the guy open, you can see it right here. This is the FOG Skylon 2 Fear of God collaboration. Alright, so you won't really see it that much. Inside, you do have 2 sets of extra laces. You do have a cream or sort of off-white-ish extra lace and flat rope laces, by the way, and then the other one is flat white. What you have on the sneaker itself are white rope laces. Inside of the box, you do have a Fear of God paper. Alright, so let's talk about the sneaker. Alright, so here it is, the Air Fear of God Skylon, or Skylon 2. I was really looking for this sneaker for a long time now. Not because of, you know, the actual hype of the sneaker. Actually, it does not have any hype. A lot of people passed on with this sneaker simply because of how simple the silhouette is. I do agree, it is very simple. One reason why I wasn't really feeling the whole FOG vibe, but after some time that you find people or you find other influencers wearing FOG, and then you start to realize that you're like my age group, I guess, or I guess the vibe that I portray in right now would be similar to FOG or Fear of God. Basically, this sneaker right here is an original Skylon, or the Skylon 2. That's the original silhouette of the sneaker, and with the collaboration ongoing here, you do have pretty much different materials that were laid onto the sneaker and a very subtle Fear of God branding. We'll talk about the comfort and the sizing in a bit. If you've been to the channel for a while now, you do know that I don't really like white sneakers at all, but you know, after some time I've been collecting, or I've been buying triple white Air Force Ones. I got a pair of Blazer 77 mids. I do have a triple white Air Max 1. So I'm pretty much leaning into that simple white sneaker aesthetic. Although for this one right here, this one is not a completely triple white sneaker, as it is covered with off-white sort of color to the sneaker. A white and off-white or beige kind of sneaker right here. Not really a triple white sneaker overall, but you know, you get that clean, fresh white hype vibe, I guess, in my opinion. The sneaker has different materials all throughout. We do have your white mesh over here on the toe box, and you do have a fuse overlay for added reinforcement over here. And this one is a 3M reflective hit here on your toe. Now, parts of the toe as well is covered with your felt-like material or suede material. It's very premium. You do have tumbled leather here on your eyelets in white. You have white perforated leather on your tongue right here. Now, you do have patent leather swooshes on the lateral and on the medial side of the sneaker. You have another felt-like material or suede material. This material looks very delicate and very sensitive. It's like I don't really want to use it that much. Of course, on the lateral side, you will see here the Fear of God branding in very subtle white material, but this one is reflective. You do have a Nike Air embroidery here on the heel of the sneaker. Of course, on the medial side of the sneaker, you will also see leather patches here near the forefoot of the sneaker, and mesh is also thrown around from the toe box and lateral and the medial side of the sneaker. Off the bat, you do have rope style laces, and this one has the like lace lock over here. I thought this had a Fear of God branding, but unfortunately it does not have the Fear of God branding. It's just a white transparent lace lock overall. But you can actually, if you don't like the vibe, you can just, remove the lace lock. Inside the sneaker, guys, you do have leather on the sock liner, which makes it harder to put it on. But the good thing about the sock liner of the Skylon 2 or the FOG is that it has extra padding here near the ankle collars. Inside the sneaker, you do have a black insole with the Air Fear of God branding. Moving to your midsole, you do have this. I do think this one is polyurethane as well, or I guess similar to the Nike Air Prestos. And this one primarily comes not in white but in off-white color or sail colorway. I really like sail nowadays. That's, I guess, one reason why I picked up the sneaker. On the bottom of your sneaker or on the outsole, you do have the Nike Air branding in white, and of course the traction pods or the rubber is in off-white, and you do have a little hit of gray here on the toe area. Now, the outsole actually reminds me of a Nike Presto outsole. I think the same material made or it's the same material used on the Nike Prestos. It gives good traction. I tried this one earlier, and it was pretty nice. But of course, let me talk about sizing. By the way, if you are planning to pick up a pair, or if you are looking for a pair like this, I would highly suggest go up half a size or a full size up. Now, this one, my true to size is size 10, slightly on the wider side. I usually get a 10.5 on my sneakers. When I saw this pair being sold on the sneaker groups and it was a 10.5, so I thought about it and pulled the trigger after some time. The first time I tried this one on, it was a little snug at first. If you are a wide-footed guy, I highly suggest you do at least a half size up. But if you are narrow-footed, you can go true to size with this sneaker right here. This is my first time to own a Skylon silhouette overall. I can't compare this with the regular Skylons, as this one is loaded with a lot of suede materials and so on. So I'm not really sure what the difference is with the normal Skylon. Now, by the way, this one has 3M reflective hits here on the toe box of the sneaker. I thought this was fuse overlay, but it is 3M material, so if ever you flash a light, or I thought this was gonna be my favorite sneaker for 2020 up until I figured out a couple of things. The first thing that I didn't really like about the Skylon, now I have it on hand and I have tried it on foot, was that the fuse material here on the toe box, of all the pairs that I've inquired before, most of them has scratches or it's being scuffed out now because of usage. I think it's inevitable for Skylons or for FOG Skylons to have that, especially if they have that reflective hit. I was actually buying something for very cheap, the other colorway to this one, but only had the problem here on the toe box. When I saw this pair right here, I thought it was pretty clean. The owner or the seller didn't tell me that this one had damaged fuse overlays on the toe box, and I only noticed it when I had it on feet. It was my mistake for not checking thoroughly when we met up, so it's a lesson learned for you guys. And at the same time, the next thing that I don't really like about this one, I really like the felt-like material or the suede material of the sneaker. It's just that it's harder to use on certain occasions, especially right now that it's gonna be sometimes it's gonna be a little rainy, sometimes you can't really tell, so it does have very sensitive materials all over. The mesh and leather is good, I can work with that, but the suede material wrapping around the sneaker, yes, it does give premium feel to the sneaker, I would agree, and of course it gives that, sort of premium vibe to the sneaker. But overall, in terms of longevity and maintaining the sneaker, this one's gonna be a pain in the ass to actually maintain. And then the last thing that I didn't really like about the sneaker is the leather insoles. Now, this one's gonna get a little hot. You can't really wear no-show socks with this one. It's gonna get all sweaty and all. But aside from that, leather materials tend to crumble or tend to chip off in time as the sneaker gets old or gets aged. So I'm thinking that it might happen to this sneaker if it's not being taken care of. But overall, man, this sneaker, I've been looking for this sneaker and now I have it on hand. I know it's a late review. No one really bothers to watch the Skylon review, but again, this is one of those sneakers that I was really looking for the past couple of months. I'm targeting sneakers and not just going for every after release or any release that's coming out. I'm targeting specific sneakers. All good, but will I keep it? I'm not really sure about that. But of course, I will rock them for the time being. Why would this be my favorite sneaker? It's just that classic silhouette. This is the type of sneaker that tells you when you know you know. It's very subtle. It doesn't have screaming fear of God branding. It goes along with jogger pants. It goes along with Taslan shorts. It goes along with a lot of things, and of course it does provide that vibe kind of sneaker. However, this one has a more sleeker design, so that's the look that I'm trying to go for. A dad shoe with a little hype to it, with a little branding onto it, but it's very subtle. And again, if you know, you know. So there you have it, guys. This one again is the Air Fear of God Skylon 2 and the Sail colorway. What are your thoughts on this sneaker? If it was worth it picking up these sneakers in 2020, or should I have just let it go? Or let me know in the comment section down below. And at the same time, if you're new here, please make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel for more videos just like this. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one. Peace, guys.